Crack-a-lack in YouTube, back at it again with another tier list. It's been a couple weeks since I've posted one or done any, and thought I should just jump right back into it. So, as you know, I've only been doing One Piece. This week is about the Warlords. The Warlords of the Sea, and spoilers if you don't know what the Warlords are, these are the 7 hired guns, so to speak, who are pirates, but the world government is kind of their overseeing body and lets them do what they want. Until recent chapters, if you haven't read, like I said, spoils, where they're disbanding them and we haven't seen what happened to them since the Marines has had them surrounded, which is exciting, and I can't wait to see what happens. Alright, so to start off, we got Kuma, Bartholomew the Tyrant Kuma. This man first shows up at Thriller Bark. He's considered to be one of the strongest, and obviously from his name, the Tyrant, more aggressive out of the Warlords. He is the owner of a devil fruit, the pawpaw fruit, where he can deflect and push air and do a bunch of cool. If you don't remember that in Thriller Bark, then he shows up again after and before the time skip, where he sends all of the Straw Hats to different locations and then protects the Sunny before turning completely into Pacifista. Him, I think he's pretty strong, pretty cool. I'd probably only place him about a B, just because of his strength, but I don't place him as much of an A. And this is going to be a variation of strength, power, and how I kind of like them. Next up, we got the clown jester himself, Buggy. This man somehow made his way into Warlord from what he did after Marineford, looking like he did a lot of stuff. He's been around since the start. East Blue with the boys, met Ace. Man is just a wonder to me. Had the Elbath Giants, part of his trading company as well. I put him about a C. I don't want to put him a D because he's not the worst ever. He's very close. Next up, we got Crocodile, which was the first Warlord that Luffy fought, obviously beat, and showed up in Alabasta, had Baroque works, shows up again later on in Impel Down, helps Luffy out Marineford. Man is a wonder. I put him as an S. There's even a connection with him to the Revolutionary Army and with Kuma because of Boa Hancock. So it's going to be interesting when we find out, because there's no way he doesn't show up later at some point. Don't know when, but he's going to be back. Next up, we got Doflamingo. Don Quixote D. D. Doflamingo. Man's a monster. King of Dressrosa. For a short time, manipulated the king. Has weird ass connections everywhere because he was a celestial dragon, left and went down, and has built this empire before getting defeated by Law and Luffy. This man is easily an S tier, without a doubt, just from how good the Dressrosa arc was and his backstory to go along with it. I don't know if there's much else like villain wise that beats him. And then next we got the greatest swordsman of all time, Mihawk, and this guy, as everyone knows, is easily an S. We haven't seen him fight since Marineford, where he was cut back and forth. He trained Zoro during the 2-year time skip, and I'm excited to see when he shows up again and when he fights Zoro. But I put him as an S because, as everyone knows, he is a badass swordsman, greatest of all time. Next up is this little... I don't even know what to call this guy. He fought Kaido after Roger's execution and lost horribly. Came back, got fat and round. I feel that deeply. Gecko Moria, he had got his ass kicked and then saved by Kuma. And then also during Marineford, Absalom showed up and made him disappear, help him get away before, probably losing his devil fruit, the Blackbeard here, and about it feels like 100 episodes ago or so, but I placed him at a D. Next up, we got Weevil, the self-proclaimed son of Whitebeard, where everyone's like, I don't know if he actually is or not. I think this guy is a monster, but there hasn't been much to him, so I can't put him too high. I do think he's going to come up later on because we have, in the most recent chapter, got a flashback to Whitebeard talking about the Holy Land, and if you know, you know. Next up, we got Boa Hancock. Obviously, everyone Simpson loves this individual, and because she's pretty much like the variation of Medusa with her ability. Amazon Lily with Luffy really brought her to pieces and like showed the backstory and her connection with the Celestial Dragons too, so it was really dope seeing all of that with her. So easily an S tier. Next up, Jimbei. Easily an S tier. The Knight of the Sea, the first son of the sea, the man, the myth, the legend. Fishman Island saved Luffy's life. There's not much more else to say. He's the helmsman of the Straw Hats now, and it's only going up from here. He beat Who's Who, and there's got to be more backstory to him at some point. And Shanks taking the Devil Fruit, but till then, Jimbei sits on an S. Next up, Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach. This man is... he's an S, but I hate to put him as an S because he's a bad guy, he's annoying, but he's a cool individual in the storyline connected, and I can't wait to see when he fights Luffy. I think it'll be a big giant war. It'll be 3 people. That's when the Navy show up, when Blackbeard is there. He has 2 Devil Fruits right now, Whitebeard's and his own, the Black Hole. But the downside of that Logia fruit, which everyone doesn't think is Logia, but it is that he takes double the damage to himself. And people there's a theory that he's going to end up with a 3rd Devil Fruit because he's 3 different people, like Cerberus, which would be pretty freaking dope, but we'll see. And then finally, if you've been here around long enough, you see this son of a back there. Law. My favorite character. Best homie in the world. S. Part of the Straw Hat Alliance with the Mink and the Kozuku clan. And his Devil Fruit is worth so much more because of its ability, and he is a badass. And there you have it. That is my tier list of the Warlords for One Piece. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell me what you think of my list. Did I put someone too high? Did I put some too low? Leave a mention in the comment. Make sure you like and subscribe.